Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, because I can't stand Instagram and shit. I mean, no lie. Out of all of my followers, it's like 82% is prostitutes and shit. Like, hold on, right here.
I like prostitutes.
I was warned by getting warned. We warned. It's so irritating. All the messages. I feel important.
Hi, dog. Watch my videos. I get that shit too. Like,
hello, handsome.
As soon as they hit me, nigga, I'm blocking them. Like,
I don't see that shit.
Like, and then, but I had to ask people. I said, but if you block them, does it just block? Because I like my numbers.
Because I remember we was going through it because Giddy was like, what the hell? Paul, what is Paul, when you say what does Paul say when a motherfucker want to follow and shit like that? I was like, but no, that ain't that bad. Like, whatever. And Paul was like,
I was losing all my followers. That's what I'm asking. I said,
right.
If I push block, does that delete them as a follower? I'm like, because that would look like I got 14 friends on Instagram. Like, I need them and shit. And then I be thinking you begging when motherfuckers be like, follow me, Trisha.com, like I'm the mother of the 5 kids and shit. When you do, I'm like, you just
I bet you think I want to watch
thirsty
your
for
5 kids?
followers and shit. And now I'm like, hey, follow me on. Cause this shit pisses me the fuck off. This bitch sends me a picture of her like, she like this and shit, and she got a whole big ass cucumber all up in her and shit right here. And then I blew it up and blew it till it wouldn't stop blowing up no more. I'm like, damn, what shit, you know what I'm saying? But still, and shit, I get it's so many of them. And I put that on
Listen, I know what you're saying, because I see some shit the chick she was eating something, right? And same type shit, like, it was like a cucumber super, and she was like, and put that motherfucker in her mouth. Motherfucker was like, what the fuck? Because the shit when she used to put that motherfucker in her mouth, I was like, man, that knowledge game is crazy.
And then I used to do this, and it don't deter them and shit, you know what I'm saying?
No.
What you doing, handsome? I'll be like, why? And they be like,
that's what I said, look.
I said, talk to me. I'll be like, no. And they be like, why not, baby? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, because you're a prostitute.
They hit me on that shit. I was on my shit like, get to the chase. How much did this cost? How much did this cost? What are you trying to sell me? Like, well, my videos, you can go to one thing and look at my videos. I don't want to watch your videos. I told the bitch, if you can't come over, then this shit is irrelevant right now. Like, if you can't come over, pull up, that shit is irrelevant, goddammit. We can't fuck. I ain't giving you no money.
But I be thinking, like, they be going through all 912 of them. I be thinking they just go through, like, ding, ding, ding. We found our trick. We get his cash up and everything.
So, I'm going to ask you this before we go any fucking further. Is it the possibility because you may have spent somewhere before? Or?
No, they just every fucking where.
So that means everybody are getting solicited. That's solicitation.
I ain't got no cash app and shit. I don't.
If you was right down Livingston, Main Street, Mound Street, Sullivan, and I can't. There's no Cleveland.
No bitch.
I ain't saying that. That's solicitation. They trying to. It's like the same thing, but on the phone.
Probably, I'm not getting. TMZ will never sit up there and say, so you don't know Lisa? No. Never met her before.
It wasn't me.
You remember cash apping her several hundreds of dollars? No, I'm not doing
Nigga,
that.
what you think? I want to ask you.
And then it don't be them.
What about you and Playboy, though? I was going to ask y'all niggas. I know it's new knowledge. It ain't old.
Nah, them prostitutes, he fucked in the 80s and shit. I told him not to. He told me to shut up, so I stopped talking.
But I was gonna ask y'all niggas about the Master P and the little Romeo saying his dad is broke as fuck.
I believe it.
And he, it was predicted. Check the check game.
I was watching something when they was actually saying that, Master P's downfall is gonna be all the different things that he wanna dabble in. Your mind is working so fast and you're investing in so many failed adventures. To the point where the ones that was making you money, you kind of neglected them because you putting your heart into your next new project and your next new projects. And I want to go to
I can dig that.
I want to play basketball and all that stuff.
That's what I was going to say.
And now you're not even paying attention to this because all you care about is you so thirsty to get to the NBA because you were good in that motherfucker. He was real good. You know what I'm saying? But you now neglected this. So they was like,
I dig that. With you saying that's what takes me back to that. Because I thought that back then. Like, nigga, what the fuck? Fuck the NBA, nigga. You don't need the NBA now.
You should have played it.
He didn't need the NBA. So I'm in the crib, right? Hanging out. She poured me a couple drinks and shit. I'm hitting there, but the more she got to talking shit, and she was like, yeah, and she in the house dancing. She was like, man, take me home.
Or she got comfortable with it. I mean, you supposed to now, you know what I'm saying, get used to who that person is. You know what I'm saying? Now,
I couldn't because I met you on some other shit. We have kicked it many a time.
So see, you would have judged that person.
No, I wouldn't.
If they came up to you like, what's your name again? You would say,
wrong way.
Oh, I like that name, bro. If she was doing that when you first met her, but you guys got the number.
Yeah, because I'd have kicked it with her on that level.
Yeah, so now that it shocked you, you're like, okay, that's the.
But I wasn't really shocked. I just felt like
Judge.
She thought she was judging me. I felt like she was judging me, thinking that she's a better bitch than any other bitch that I talked to.
Other.
No, I was like, whoa, I never seen her and this person, and then it was like the person that came out was like, yeah, nigga, you ain't used to no bitch like me, and something. So I'm saying, like, I didn't like it because you were making assumptions. You don't know what my other hoes is or nothing. You know if they got jobs or.
I try to learn the personality that you're giving me. You know what I'm saying? Because I say, like we say it on this show, like usually, no, all of them do it. Everybody comes on this show is all like, whether you're a woman or a dude, they're prestigious and all that right there. You know what I'm saying? Well, I come from a, very poor background area. You know what I'm saying? But once, you know what I'm saying, they start doing this and they start doing it. Look, I told that motherfucking nigga, you know what I'm saying, not to come outside. But that's how I got the warrant. And the girls would be like, I like this bitch. And I'm like, that's the real you that I'm trying to get out.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, we were cool. Like, we were the type of cool to where we could be cool, have drinks, and not be fucking or nothing like that. But I could fuck if I want, you know what I mean? Shit like that. We have been cool over time.
You know who I know personally who have never done that? You know, even in a job interview, we'll probably pretend to be somebody else.
Right. Well, shit, I'm definitely another motherfucker.
Donald Trump is the only motherfucker that I've ever known to be like that person in the beginning and that person at the fucking end. Who the fuck let that guy in?
Donald Trump might feel your wife's ass at the party. You like, motherfucker, you like, hey.
Yeah, that motherfucker soft.
Yeah, that's not.
Hold on, Greg, you're blocking my view.
Sorry to do it. It's a soft ass.
Yeah. Don't try to tell me you wouldn't do it too.
I told Ivanka, you like that ass? I like it myself.
I wasn't the only one looking. Nip, you were looking too.
Right.
Barack, I know Michelle's.
No, I'm not.
But keep it trill, my nigga. Just keep it trill. Yeah, I can see, yeah. But he always been him and shit.
He's always been him.
Fuck the police.
Hanging with Russell Simmons and all that shit. Russell Simmons over there, Smith, and he like, Russell Simmons. Because I know they be joking at each other. The rich motherfuckers be on some bullshit.
He got all the views and shit. Like, if I were running for president and all that right there, and you know what I'm saying, and either I could pretend to be that politician and all that with my hugging my kids and all that, or, I could give you the real me. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Tim, sit the fuck down. You right there at the press conference and shit. You know what I'm saying? And that nigga was just him.
And that's why, on that note, that's why Q, when they was trying to get Q backlash about him saying, it ain't necessarily, I'm saying y'all motherfuckers need to fuck with Trump, but he like, shit, it ain't about Trump, it's about, we motherfuckers been Democrats forever.
Yeah, got you nowhere.
Trying to be Democrats. And yeah, you black, you a Democrat, but it ain't got us nowhere. Still, 20, 30, 40, 50 years later, niggas is in a different rut with more expensive clothes on. That's it. And it's just, really at this point, it's like either niggas get together and start their own shit and maybe try to empower us.
That's how we brainwash our own self. But it's not even a black thing issue. It's a poor person. Poor people.
That's where I was going with it.
Yeah, they always want, and that's because your parents were your parents. But we don't. All the Democrats that are poor, y'all never look at the issues. Y'all don't watch or listen to what these motherfuckers are saying they want. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even notice that either until, you know what I'm saying, I heard people saying Barack didn't do nothing for black people. He told you this when he was running for president. Yeah. He said the Republicans look out for the rich, Democrats look out for the poor, nobody looks out for the middle class, so I am representing the middle class. So the middle class got to say, you know what I'm saying, our home equity done changed and all this shit right there because Barack did that right there.
Fucking with, because right before he got in there, Bush basically
was fucking shit up.
Is it decimated? Is that the word? Yeah. Decimated the middle class for real. So now it's really like rich or trying to get rich. Get rich or die trying. Because motherfuckers, because the middle class was the families that, or say,
but I know Bush
basically with us being like an industry town and shit like that, like, now even though we have more commerce and everything growing around us. But we were a town just like Detroit and shit like that, where they got some shit and people got jobs, and then they get a house and they got their family, and you put your kids through college and shit like that. That was what the middle class was. Those people that were comfortably able to buy a swimming pool and put in the backyard, through time, you know what I'm saying? And they would have situations for that. But that, when Bush was in there, because he did what, one term, right? Did he do two terms? He stole a term, right? Stole both of them. But what I'm saying is, the only point I'm making about that is when he was in there, he killed that shit. He fucked that up.
But he did a lot of good things that nobody paid attention to.
Bush,
because
son?
Like, he did shit like, you know what I'm saying, like when you did a tax break for the rich. You know what I'm saying? He was pushing that the criminals that get out of jail and then they go back to jail and they get out and they go back only because you can't get jobs. Why? Because when you sit there and do the background, it says felon, so you at the bottom of the list. So I'm gonna bribe people to hire felons. You know what I'm saying? That got like overlooked. We did, you know what I'm saying? When he gave you tax credit for being married, he wanted people to be married with all these single parents and shit. So you get money, a tax break if you're married.
That's what the lobbyists do.
Yeah, so like he was doing things. Both sides will do things that are good for which is rare. That's, you know what I'm saying, that bipartisan agreement. You know what I'm saying? It's very rare to see them both agree.
It's never gonna be on no real 100 shit. Only thing the motherfuckers agreed on as of late is when they trying to get Donald Trump's ass out that motherfucker. That's like inviting the devil to the same
because he was too honest and real, like when he was saying
like a regular nigga in there,
the system is rigged because I take advantage of this rigged system.
And he's still going through it. Ain't showed the motherfucker shit yet.
When he was telling everybody's business and shit, like, you know what I'm saying, like, it ain't just as big as Nino Brown. Like when he's doing that and shit. If I'm sitting there doing that, Hillary, on my taxes, it's so wrong. Then how come you don't do that to your friends?
Right.
Because your friends is doing the same shit that I'm doing, and they start naming names and shit. I said, no, you did not. But watch these motherfuckers debate with each other. It's gossip. It's high school all over again and shit. You telling business.
Right.
And that's how you'll find out what people are doing. So it's some shit that I seen Republicans say. I'm like, I'm on that. It's some shit that, you know what I'm saying, Democrats say. But it's some shit I'll be like, that's some bullshit on both sides. Yeah. So that's why I like the others. I want the others, their percentage going up higher.
And I know I was giving you shit about that. And I was like, the other week, whatever week it was, we was talking about it. And it wasn't real shit, but I was giving you shit about it. And I was like, but the main thing about, that's just me fucking with you about, oh, damn, Paul, because you like Bernie Sanders. And I was just saying about, as a whole, because we black people, and I was saying about Barry Sanders, he don't give a fuck about none of us. He just trying to, but he do make great points. I remember watching his campaign and things like that, making great points, but they'll never let him in there because he is a white man. But he more...
No, they won't let him in here because he's like all the way for the poor and black.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. That's where I was going. Because he's more on... He's not talking about the rich motherfuckers.
All the way when in his 20s, when you sit up there like you marching with Dr. Martin Luther King and you got that, you look like a whole Jewish little stereotype. You're skinny, your nose start right here, you got that curly hair, but that water hose is still on your ass. Them dogs are still being attacked. You still going to jail, Miss Bernie Sanders. You still going to jail. He went there to go to college and seen some shit like that over there don't look right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you just stuck your nose in, seen it didn't look right, and you joined a side.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
You're
true.
bringing this into the White House now. You know what I'm saying? So everything he would do, like if Bernie Sanders was president, he would have been a Donald Trump, but almost like a saint one. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he said he's unbribable. I'm already old. I'm already
rich as fuck.
I'm gonna die soon. What I need more money for?
And that, you know what? When Donald Trump became president, I didn't really, in the beginning, I didn't trip like that. I was just wanting to see what was gonna happen. Because
as long as Hillary didn't win, that's all I
wanted Hillary to win, I thought at first. And the only reason I wanted Hillary to win is because I thought she was going to be on the regime of Bill Clinton. It wasn't even about Obama for me.
That was my fear. They did that goddamn that crime bill on African Americans.
They did, but I'm just looking at it from the other side.
The apology was so dry and shit.
We was still in the streets then like that.
But at the same time, Bernie Sanders is like, get rid of the cocaine and that will get rid of the crack. You can't make crack without cocaine. Y'all doing it
You get a
backwards.
lesser charge on cocaine.
I know, and that's
crack.
what he's saying. He said it should be the other way around. Y'all made the law stiffer for crack than you do cocaine. You know what I'm saying? You can get rid of cocaine, but crack. I mean, you can get rid of crack, but cocaine's still gonna be here.
And that's why what I'm saying, my opinion.
Nobody would be able to afford to cocaine to even make crack if you made the penalty so fucking stiff that cocaine that would drive the prices of cocaine so high.
But that's the point I was making as far as what I was thinking at the time about like being niggas, like being in the streets and doing things like shit. Bill Clinton was good to niggas that wasn't voting or voting yet. You know what I'm saying?
Because he blew a saxophone.
And I played the saxophone too. We had similarity.
Yeah, but he was also secretly.
And he netted on a blue dress.
And he was also secretly putting us in jail. You know what I'm saying? Because we were basically black. You know what I'm saying?
Was.
I'm not gonna do this to the cocaine because that would affect my friends that do cocaine themselves and shit. So especially when I heard Hillary's emails that came out,
he was letting the dope
you are a deviant. You know what I'm saying? You are a dishonest woman. You know what I'm saying? Everything about you is fake and false. And then as soon as you sat there and said, we gotta get Bernie Sanders, we gotta set him up and get him out of here. That's why he said because he will not accept bribes. That's the reason why.
That's because he got money.
No, that's the reason why his response was in the emails. He said, "I don't need no bribes. I'm old as fuck."
If he was broke, he might take a bribe.
But he really don't care about. Look at his life. Look at his clothes. Look at his hair. He don't really.
That's how much. I had a lawyer
in his 20s. All he cared about.
I had a lawyer look just like him. His name was.
Google how much Bernie Sanders done, and he's not even the president.
I know.
He's still out there, advocating for a lot of shit.
He's done great things.
But she was a monster.
But you know what Jewish people learn to, and I'm not speaking specifically about anybody or nothing, but they learn to live in what they dealing with.
That's why Bill Clinton was getting his dick sucked. That's also in her shit.
Yeah, you got power. You're supposed to get your dick sucked when you got power.
I didn't love Bill Clinton. I only married him for political gain. So that means if our relationship ain't got no love in it, bitch, that's why I ain't fucked you in 6 months. I'm supposed to get.
But that's how those marriages. That's how that shit is set up in that shit. Like motherfuckers are bred to marry into other families for strength. And you know the funny shit about it. You want me to show you the funny shit about it, right? The funny shit about it is Wedding Crashers, the movie. You seen that?
Yep.
And my dude was trying to holler at the broad that was the senator's daughter. But he wanted, at first, before the whole shit, he wanted her to marry this other dude that he said it in the dialogue. Like, these two families, like it's great shit. These two families come together and something. That's more political power, that's more voting power, that's more all that shit. But dude over here, the nigga at the end of the movie when she ended up going and kicking with, and that's my dude, I can't remember his name right now. Elderberries. That's needed.
I'm trying to find the significance.
The significance is the power, like you said. The power, like bringing families together, and that political shit, that they come together and make shit. People are bred, like you said, Hillary. People are bred to marry motherfuckers. It might have not been Bill. It might have been somebody else. She was bred before her. Her mama and daddy now. You know what I mean? Like they go to Yale or whatever schools they go to and all that shit to later be in the positions to be married to motherfuckers like that.
If Carlton Banks was a real person, what he would do. He's not marrying you for your looks or nothing. He wants to know your financial background, what you went
all
to
that
school
shit
for
the game.
So
political
your DNA
power.
Will be my DNA. Look what our kids' DNA will be. A goddamn rocket scientist. That's what he
real shit. Yeah. And that's what they do. The motherfuckers that are political and have kids politically. I mean, not because they had them for that, but their kids grow up to marry other senators, other governors, possibly the president. They groom them for that shit. And then when the motherfuckers go left and fuck with a nigga from the neighborhood or a white boy from a trailer park, that shit is terrible. They bury them motherfuckers. They don't tell, we used to have 3 daughters.
Nancy and Ronald Reagan, they did it to they got that your trailer park ass cracked out daughter. She does not exist. She would not be in no photos, show up to no events.
No, Nancy.
You move her to Kansas immediately.
Nancy, Abby, Nancy.
Hey, not to change the subject. Really, that's a lie. This is to completely change the subject. I don't watch Tubi. That shit pisses me off. But
why? Because you see a nigga you just in the barbershop?
They won't change shit around. So it's the same shit. It's a big ass VCR collection, a videotape collection. You know, that's what it is.
I've been watching Tubi. I remember one day I was watching Tubi. Listen, Buffs came on. You seen Buffs?
All of it is
Y'all niggas owe me, man. If I talk about Buffs on here, some niggas from Columbus that went to Detroit. They cousin live in Detroit, and the niggas from Columbus though. And Buffs is the Cartiers and shit. That's what they call them up top. Well, in Detroit, not up top.
And then all of a sudden, that's still on there for like 9 years.
They've been on there forever.
So it's hard to find something on there unless you're looking for a rerun.
But Buffs got mad.
I'm watching this shit. It's called Hood Pranks, where they take shit a little too fucking far. Hood Pranks, right? So they got this nigga from the street, like they already know he a rapper in this city right here. We gonna come to him and say like we some important people. We work with this person. We don't want you to collab on one of their newest artists. You know what I'm saying? And maybe that'll bring you in. You know what I'm saying? And all that right there. So he come into the meeting and there's some important people, white people, black people together and all that shit. So then, you know what I'm saying, they tell him what the hook is or whatever. So he go in there and he, you know what I'm saying, do his shit. You know, it's like, cause I'll fuck some shit up. And it's kind of hard and shit what he do there, right? So he's sitting there and they chopping it up. And all of a sudden the door open, you know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying, this dude comes in and he's like, hello, Charlie. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? And he got on a tight suit and all this shit in the bonnet or whatever the fuck he got on his head. But he's a gay guy, a flamboyant one. So he hugging everybody, you know, dapping everybody up. So the dude that's in there is like, who is this dude right here? So he said, we already got we already got the hook down for you and all that shit right there. So you go in there and do what you do. So he go in there, he do what he do, and he say, I'm exposing all the down low niggas. And his verse was fucking fire and hot and all kind of shit. But it was gay going on some gay shit like fucking. He said some shit like, sucking on my balls, I'm pissing on your forehead right here. So the first rapper is sitting there like, hold on. This gonna be the same song? What the fuck? And then one of the other dudes like, I hope the public doesn't think that he's talking about you when they say he's exposing all the down low niggas. And the dude's like, and then another dude is like, man, fuck that. There's a genre for this right here. And it's millions and millions. He said, fuck what y'all talking about. He said, just me putting this track, motherfucker. Them motherfuckers gave me $40,000 to do this motherfucking track right here. You know what I'm saying? He said, fuck that. That motherfucker bring shit in. So they kind of like, it's about money. And so they making him like really sell his soul. Because I'm watching him sell his soul. So he's agreeing to it and shit. So now they gotta take pictures and shit, right? So he's telling the dude like, man, you ain't gotta do all that, man. Just sit here, right here. The dude
stop feeling my balls.
He wanna put his
stop feeling my fucking balls.
He wanna put his hand on his stomach and shit and all that shit. So dude's like, man, come on, man, you gotta stop doing this shit right here. So then he said, all right, I'm gonna take a regular picture. So he took a picture like this, and soon as the dude said 5, 4, 3, 2, what? The dude lifts his one leg up, like, and then becomes all the way gay. So he takes this picture, and he's like, I got like 120 million followers, you know what I'm saying? So that means everyone's gonna see this. So the dude is real uncomfortable. And he's talking about the caption should it be, you know what I'm saying? My niggas is my bitches. That's what the song is. He said, no the fuck it ain't. So then they buzzed in and tell him it's a joke. These niggas take it too far. Well, on the next episode, on the next one that we do, I'm gonna tell you another one. And you tell me if this ain't bullshit.
People on the joint was saying what was the topic. We were on here. I just want to tell y'all the topic. We have multiple topics. We were just chopping in on what was that first thing?
Y'all just was chopping it up.
Yeah, we were just chopping it up, letting everybody know.
No,
it's official.
Oh yeah, we didn't get to the topics yet, baby. We got caught up in our own.
You could tell them that
this is Paul and Raw.
But we was talking about how the ups and the downs, or we was doing a little political talk.
Our topic was really people changing their personalities and depending on who they around.
Right.
And then that went for I don't even know like one public person.
We touched on a few many different things right there, like, and it was all in you.
Yeah, so that was our.
It wasn't like niggas just jumping and shit because you did stop pause. This Playboy did earlier today. He said pause. Girlfriend.
you could tell them that opinion though, that raw opinion.
But today's, if you have any opinion, we have a raw opinion. The raw opinion is, what are you willing to sacrifice for the type of life, person, relationship that you want? What are you willing to sacrifice for what you want in life?
We ready to settle.
I mean, because that goes for everything. That goes, because you know, what I mean, because it's like to really say one thing or one not. It gotta be really for life.
What are you selling for?
What are you selling it for?
Settling.
Settling.
Yeah.
Paul Clark said settling. I'm just saying, what are
So
you
we all
willing
gotta
to
settle.
sacrifice
We all gotta settle.
for the type of life, type of relationship you want?
Ain't no perfect people out there.
Are you willing to fuck with that nigga with them dirty ass socks? And you always got dirty socks on? He'll never take them. He got socks on for like 2 weeks straight.
But he go to work every day.
But he go to work every day.
And he know how to
making sure
cook.
he got
Like,
rent.
gorgeous
And
shit.
he know how to make, he got dirty drawers, dirty socks on.
Okay, no, I don't know about all that. Because if I don't give a bitch a
Because, I don't know, you said bitch.
bitch got on dirty socks and dirty drawers. Like, you got on them still, you still got on them. That's not, no. You can't untrain a dragon all the time.
What are you willing to sacrifice for the type of life
You went deep.
you want, relationship you want? You know what I'm
Bitch ain't you
saying?
on your period. You on your period for 3 days, still got some drawers.
Just
and
comment.
socks on.
And we're gonna speak it right now. You know what I'm saying? We
Now
do
I don't even wanna
every
eat your
Monday,
food.
New episode every Monday.
This bitch cooked like a motherfucker. I do not want to eat.
But right now we're about to take a moment and pay a bill real quick. So check this out.
I got a taste for some greens. I want something different. I mean, some chicken from our famous kitchen when ain't no ingredients missing. Listen, I want a brisket. I like my cornbread this thick. Pick up the phone, come get this. They got the biggest sandwiches. Ha. Thank you, Lord Jesus. Is that macaroni and cheese? Yup. Is that macaroni and cheese? Yup. Is that macaroni and cheese? Yup.
Yup. Our famous kitchen. Holler at us. We got you.
I thought we settled on. Ooh, yeah.
614-556-2174. Holler at us, we got you.
Now see, with that last thing I did.
I like that one.
Yeah. And then I said, look, right
Was
there.
that you licking?
See, we can't do that. We can't do that in today's society.
Pause today. I like
We
that.
had a finger licking good. We could do that. You know
All right.
what I'm saying? But a lot of women will be sitting there like, that was directed towards me. No, it wasn't.
Life should be relaxing, but it's not. Sometimes we have to create our own enjoyment with many different creme velour flavors, such as blackberry plum, strawberry rose, peach, and pomegranate mango. Don't forget lemon haze and berry beautiful, and blueberry kush, and wiggle juice, and peach. Relax, kick your feet up, and enjoy the taste. Creme velour, draped imperial grapes. Creme velour, my lord. We'll be back in a minute for something special.
I'm on it, I'm on it, I'm on the street boy beats. I'm on it, man. I told y'all niggas y'all ain't ready, man. We can't be stopped on the strip.